Oh yeah, that is Diego thinking that. Why can't I be this guy? Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Thank you, Devin. You just gave me a little epiphany.
So, how are you feeling with season three coming out next week?
It's coming really fast, but I'm really excited. I'm excited for everyone to see what we did. I'm really proud of it.
Do you feel like Diego was a character that fit best for you out of all of them? Like it really just came together when you got the role?
When I first read the script, I thought, without me knowing the comic books or even that Luther was like half man, half ape, I thought, oh, I should be Luther. That's what I thought. Because he was so like, he was a leader, and I was like, man, why do I have to be the second follow-up to a leader? Why can't I be that guy? But then once I read the comic books, I was like, oh no, I am this, I can play this character of this resentment, and also takes himself way too seriously. And also the scenarios that the Diego in the comic book finds himself in, dark, but they're also really funny.
Yeah.
And I think Diego in the show also does resemble those aspects of like, he would much rather stab someone than shoot them because stabbing is much more personal, and he wants to keep that kind of.
It's funny to me that you said that you wanted to be Luther and thought, why can't I be number one? Because I feel like we see that in Diego's character.
100%, which is, I even think about it, I was like, oh yeah, that is Diego thinking that. Why can't I be this guy? Yeah, oh my God, yeah. Thank you, Devin. You just gave me a little epiphany.
If you can say, not necessarily for this season.
Yeah.
What were some of the biggest challenges you faced either while filming or just preparing for the role?
Yeah, I mean, for season 3, obviously we had to do a quarantine and a lockdown, and then we had to shoot. So a lot of it was going back and forth, like from set to home to set. Eventually, we ended up finding a safe space on the set to know that, you create a bubble. And obviously these people that you work with on a day-to-day basis, it can feel like there is no other world in that space. So trying to have a healthy balance of understanding that what we are doing is something that we really love, and it's also that it's going to be beneficial for the people that love the show. And so there's a lot of good in that. But for myself, it's more of just like, how do you stay in shape when like gyms are closed? Like everything is on Zoom. So the connection within people, it kind of goes away for because you're not doing it in face to face. And as actors, you have to be there face to face. You have to feel the energy this person's giving you. And so once we get to set, you have the mask, you're rehearsing all these things, and then you take off the mask, and that's your first rehearsal or your second rehearsal, and you're like, so you're already behind the ball. You have very little time to problem solve. But in the end, everyone's so talented that like we just kind of pick up and we go and we move, and yeah. I mean, that was it. Everything else was pretty dope.
I imagine just forming that bond has to be so important, especially when you have to be in that bubble. Those are probably the only people you're around for a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, I think we became a lot closer as a family, and also for like the Sparrows that came in, we really, it's about making them feel welcome, because if they shine, we shine.
I don't want a repeat of season 2 where anything's leaked and it's not supposed to be.
Yeah.
But with season 3, I know you said there are some moments that we won't really expect as viewers. Was there, you don't have to go into detail, it can be yes or no, was there like a specific thing or a few things even that happened that were just really big and surprising for you?
It's not what you expect. And that's what makes this show so bizarre and dark and quirky and offbeat, because when you think you have a formula to what was great for season 1 and then season 2, you realize that, the writers and the showrunner, Steve Blackman, they always try to subvert it. And if you think you're going to get this, well, then you're probably wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
I follow you on social media. I know that you're an advocate. We see a little bit of that in Diego's character. We see it in season 1 where he's kind of doing his vigilante justice. We see it in season 2 where he's trying to stop the Kennedy assassination. Do you have like an influence on Diego's character writing at all, or is it primarily just written for you?
Oh, no. I mean, it's very much Blackman just says, hey, this is this is where I see Diego going. What are your thoughts? Every time it's like, yeah, like I'd love to go in that direction. But obviously sometimes too, like once the scripts come, I can be like, you know, I'll contact Steve and be like, hey, this feels a little like this, or can we change that? Or, you know, can we add this? And most of the time, because we've known these characters for so long, it's kind of, you know, we trust each other to take in those notes and stuff.
I know you said if you got to choose your fight song for Diego, you'd choose something by DMX, probably.
Probably.
Do you think you'll ever get that moment?
No, I don't think so. 'Cause every time I always think of a certain song, I'm like, man, this song would be great for this fight. It's completely opposite. I mean, Steve Blackman put the Backstreet Boys over season 2, like fighting the Swedes in a house, you know. And I was like, see, that's things like that I can't come up with. And they're great choices.
In the past, you've said that you haven't read the comic. So for you, is your first look really the script as far as when the upcoming season starts? Is that your first look at it?
Yeah, so when I got Umbrella the first time, after I had booked the gig, I bought the comic books and I read them to understand where this guy, you know, or what it's based off of. But then as it veered off little by little, the essence of Diego is still there, you know, the essence is always there. But now, like for season 3, for example, like I haven't read Hotel Oblivion on the comic book because I didn't feel at that time it was going to be necessary to find because of the veering off. But Steve Blackman, the way he's written the show, he's kind of given new audience members the opportunity to not need to read the comic books, and also give some nostalgia to the people that have read the comic books, and to drop a little kind of what's it called when like they drop little eggs?
A little Easter egg from
Easter egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, where he'll drop a few Easter eggs here and there, and you'll see once season 3 drops that there's more than a few actually.
I just feel like with season 3, there's going to be so much that we don't expect, especially with everything that was teased us at the end of season 2.
I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of storylines. It's a lot of clues and a lot to try to decipher, and it wraps up very nicely. But I don't, you know, how, I don't know. Because I want you to watch it and like, so I can't spoil it.